If you're looking for a short-term investment, you might as well click to the next video because real estate isn't it. Real estate is the long game. It's tough to time the market, and really it's almost near impossible, and the market is cyclical, but as a whole, real estate is a sound investment long term. I'm getting into some historical data here for Nova Scotia and HRM that I honestly think will shock most of you. But before I get into it, if you like this content and you want to see more, please click the like and subscribe to my channel as I post 2 videos a week on YouTube about the Halifax real estate market and buyer and seller tips. Also, if you want to book a call with me to chat about real estate or book an appointment with me, you can do so anytime in my Calendly link below in the description at a time when it's convenient for you. So there's been a ton of talk lately. The market is crashing, the market is tanking, prices are going to dip, and so on. I see it all the time, especially on social media in the comments with all the keyboard warriors. But the reality is real estate is a sound investment long term, and I'm going to walk you through some historical data here for HRM to show you why I think the market is not about to crash. So disclaimer, these stats I'm about to drop are directly from the Canadian Real Estate Association, and they're for the Halifax Dartmouth region specifically, so HD region here in Halifax. So in HRM, going back to 1980, and for the record I'm going to round to the nearest 1,000 to make this easier to follow, and I'm going to go by decade. 1980, the average house price in Halifax Dartmouth was $53,000. 1990, $97,000, which is up 83% in that decade. The year 2000, $128,000, which is up 32% in that decade. 2010, $254,000, which is up 98% in that decade. And 2020, $369,000, which is up 45% in that decade. And then from 2020, where we had $369,000, now we're up to about $577,000 here in the middle part of 2022, just to give you an idea of where we're at today versus 2020, where I capped off that last bit of data. So obviously those are some pretty interesting numbers, and it kind of depends on how you're looking at them, but I think the craziest part that actually just broke my brain in half was that, guess how many years the average sale price went down year over year in Halifax since 1980. Can you guess it? Was it a couple times? Was it maybe 5 times, 10 times, more, less? So from 1980 to 2022, we're talking 42 years. The average sale price only went down 1 time. 1 time in 42 years, the sale price went down year over year. Through all the changes to the economy, through all the changes to the interest rates, through all the development, for all the provincial changes and the country changes and the regulation changes, the prices only decreased 1 time in 42 years. And the year that these decreased was 1995, and it only decreased by $470 on average in the average sale price year over year. So my point is this: real estate is historically a very sound investment, and it's not a short-term investment, it's a long-term investment. There may be some bumps, some dips along the road, it's cyclical, the market's up and down here and there, but the reality is if you're looking to hold long-term, real estate is an extremely, extremely sound investment. So do I think the market's going to tank? No, I don't. And maybe we might see a correction of sorts. So pricing may come back to reality here a little bit as we head into the second half and toward the end of 2022. But the reality is, even if it comes back to reality a little bit, we're still going to be up big time year over year. So we're up 25% right now, and maybe that gets back down to 18, 20%, maybe even 15% or so by the end of this year. But the reality is that's still a huge jump year over year. And if the pricing does come back to reality a little bit, I think that it's actually a good thing for the Halifax real estate market moving forward. So I wouldn't panic, but it's just something that it is probably going to happen with the hike in interest rates, but it would be nice to see going forward, to be honest. Again, if you're trying to time the market, it's near impossible, but if you're making sound decisions and you're basing your projections on 5 or 10-year holds or more, you're not going to be disappointed with the investment you make in real estate. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it helps put some context into some of the noise we're seeing in the media and what we're seeing in the comment section on social media with all you keyboard warriors out there saying the market is going to tank. Again, I do not think the market is going to tank. I think we may see a correction of sorts, but as a whole, the real estate market is still trending upwards, and I think that it's a sound investment no matter what time you're buying, as long as you're making the right decisions and investing in the right properties in the right areas. If you have any real estate questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me in my Calendly link in the description below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please click the like button so it gets pushed out to more people like you with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more of my videos going forward, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as I post 2 videos a week about the Halifax real estate market and buyer and seller tips. And until next time, thanks so much for watching if you made it this far, and have a great day.